Hello, everyone. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. RIP to Trevor Strnad of the Black Dahlia murder. This is just insane still. I don't understand why life is like this. We even got to see these guys live, and quite frankly, I thought this guy was one of the coolest metal dudes, honestly, from the interviews I've watched. He's been on the Justice Show quite a few times, the Hate Breed Frontman's podcast. It's just unbelievable this is happening. Whether or not this is like a suicide or I don't know, man. Like everybody's been saying that's what they think it is. Obviously, we have to keep that private, amongst family members and loved ones. So I don't want to speak too much about that. What I do want to do is commemorate the good times and good things that I loved about not only him as a person, but him being a great, talented vocalist and just an absolute amazing band he was in. I don't know what's going to happen now to the future of the band. It's absolutely heart-wrenching, to say the least, knowing that the Black Dahlia murder may not continue, and Trevor is not going to make any more albums. But I don't know, man. It's really hard to say because these guys were at it for so many years now, since like 2001 or something like that. And I got into them pretty late. Kind of the same deal with Every Time I Die and Norma Jean. I got into all these bands pretty late, like after high school. So basically during my college years, I got into these bands. I don't know if it's because like they weren't really like the Guitar Hero centric type of bands, like the Kill Switch Engage, As Lay Dying, Bullet for My Valentine, Avenged Sevenfold type of bands. I think it's just because because they're not really in that mainstream highlight, I guess. And as much as I want to say how much I enjoy a lot of the new stuff, I think it's because it's a little bit more accessible. I don't know, though. Not to say that it is accessible at all, really. It's still death metal, melodic death metal, whatever people call it. And they've been doing so well, over the years now. Touring with like Cannibal Corpse and Whitechapel and just several bands that I would have killed to have seen. And here I am, not even able to see them live. I was going to see them with After the Burial, but they didn't even stop to Florida, and that would have been my one time I would have seen them. So now that chance is gone. Well, like I said, guys, to finish things off, my condolences to Trevor and Brendan Ellis. Sorry, I got those two names mixed up. Yeah, his addition to the band has been so fulfilling. And obviously before, when they had Ryan, that dude was a monster too. So this guy's really young. I think he's a year younger than me, if I recall. So I want to see him continue on with his musical career, whatever that is, if it's not the Black Dahlia murder anymore, especially him, hopefully the rest of the boys can do something. This was one of the biggest key bands in like the death metal scene, and they were able to make themselves so popular amongst a sea of like other bands that nobody really talks about or as much. I don't listen to much death metal. Trevor guy, he had insanely unique vocals compared to a lot of other bands, and I think that's kind of part of the reason why they stood out to me a lot more, and it's part of the reason why I really enjoy them.